Very, very nice little last pick there. Maple getting his Talia. The answer from MNS is the LeBlanc, baby. That's some spice. So the question is it going to be, as a Cocoon does land, and MNS is going to take a decent chunk of damage, is the Null Magic Mantle just for sitting on for right now because of Maple and Boogie? Or is the MNS for success here? Bottom side gets ganked again.
Yep, flash from Chime to follow Sven, who does not have his flash ready to go just yet. But he can still get back away in time. Oh, but he walks back into the dredge line. Sven, that was terrible, buddy. Honestly, TSM's doing a good job camping this.
Yeah, it's not worth dying for, but everybody's here now.
Okay, they immediately engage. Cloud9 wants to go after Maple. They found a lot of burst very quickly. Sven grabs the kill, and they aren't done yet. Chime's gonna be knocked backwards. Remember, he already spent his flash bottom side making the previous play, and now he's blabber food. Boogie's the next target. Trying to find some way out of here. Flashes over the wall. Oh, Flash follow. The man knows no fear. And C9 just got 3 kills off of TSM. Trying
away from Sunder and into what we want.
Okay, hold on. We might not have the opportunity. Blabber wants to shift Chime away from life and into his pocket. Never mind, the money's over to Berserker. Team player Rengar. I screwed that one up. That's my bad. I'll own that. Anyway, C9 is 2,500 gold ahead, 12 minutes in. Maple just about dying solo to MNS's LeBlanc. Has to back up. Had to use the flash. 50 HP remaining. Arrow flies down mid, seeing if maybe they can catch him in a greedy recall. But Maple flies to that.
Okay. Of the map, and even though the arrow is dodged, avoiding the Blabber jump.
Well, Blabber decides to jump in anyway. Maple's ready to go. TSM's ready to go. That and Blabber just when TSM has Maple on Talia, my eyes are on him to be the one who can set up some moments for TSM to get wins, because as long as Cloud9 are able to find picks like this, life is going to remain tough for Team Solo Mid. Chime has to flash back over the wall. Boogie lands from the rappel, and Sven's got the volley. Chime's the target here again, and Blabber's picking up another kill. Fudge, so maintaining control over that 1v1 is about the best thing that TSM have to hold on to right now. Arrow from downtown again. C9 just keeps shooting them straight down mid lane, and the rest of the team keeps picking it up. Him and
17.5 minutes, 2 dragons eaten up. They got both Rift Heralds. It's basically all neutral objectives controlled.
Yeah. It's a pretty slow game for the Drakes. You're not going to see any sort of early soul, even though Cloud9 have both of them so far. It's still just about 18.
Who has flash and barrier, so shouldn't be too worried.
C9's ready to counterattack. They go right in after Chime. Blabber's gonna lead the charge, but Blabber dies first. TSM turn it around. This might be exactly what they need. M&S, they're going all out. They take him down. And Solo's in the middle of everybody, maintaining the aggro. He'll find the Q3 on Fudge, but now he's gonna back away. Berserker grabs the kill, and C9's fighting back. Fudge gets the knock up onto the TSM jungler as Neo tries to fight it out with Sven and Berserker. Maple jumps right back in, and the Weaver's wall puts Sven on the wrong side of the rift. Fudge gets the kill on Boogie, but again, it's bodies hitting the ground on both.
Starting it out, I think Cloud9 kind of brushing off some of these int moments, some of these deaths, but you can't do too many more of those.
It was just about to expire, so Blabber just had to drop it. Use it or lose it. It does end up walking all the way down top lane, nearly taking out the tier 1 turret, but not quite enough damage just now.
Certainly is. And it's very dangerous even going into your own jungle. Chime into the wall.
Chime into the dirt. M&S.
Distortion. And using it quite well this time around. Kind of baits Chime in, pokes him out. TSM coming to check the Baron. 5,000 health left.
Cloud9 just going to go ahead, work on this slowly. They're looking for the opportunity to turn. Solo goes in first. He's going to pull Fudge out of the fight, force him to flash back over the wall. M&S jumps in, finds a lot of damage on Boogie. The TSM jungler is low, but Cloud9.
Fudge going to pull off his recall on top side on the Scion while M&S is doing some detective work. 007?
Yep, he wants somebody that's not named Solo. Nice use of the rappel there to get away from the arrow by Boogie, but now he's got to be careful because there's no other way out. He just gets deleted. It's Berserker grabbing the kill, and now with Solo picked up too, there's your last Fudge, but that's not a target you can do anything meaningful to. M&S still just waiting over the wall, trying to get some burst back. Sven nearly dying to Maple, but Fudge is there to block the follow-up shots, make it so they cannot complete the kill on the C9 support. Boogie's still dead for another 5 seconds. TSM seeing if they can pull off another miracle stop on this Baron. It's 3v5 instead of 3v4 this time. Let's see what they can do with it. Not a whole lot, not enough just yet. Baron's down to 2K. C9 trying to burn it. M&S's clone is low, but that's about it. The Baron's at 800, secured by C9. But what about the rest of the fight? Fudge goes on a killing spree and Chime goes down. Fudge still looking to pick up a little bit more here as Solo joins in. And Blabber picks one up, but trades his life for Maple. M&S jumps back over the wall. C9 has only lost their jungler and top laner, and the remaining 3 keep the Baron.
Can TSM transition this into an objective bounty shutdown on Dragon? That is the question. If they could do that, it would actually be a decent comeback play. Boog is kind of low, though. It is definitely risky with MNS being so strong, poking around. If he sees that back line, they're dead!
That's all it takes. The flash to the distortion cast to guarantee it. M&S, he gets another one. He's just making fools out of them. Arrow comes around as Sven and Berserker can reinforce their mid laner. M&S just danced on their grave. That was brutal, man. He pops the jungler, he goes back in, he
down, try and burn it. Blabber here barely working to finish it off, and then Fudge in the front lines, still so tanky, creates so much rest of the team, and they're able to chunk down Maple as well, so Blabber can kind of jump to him and get that trade kill, evening up the numbers. But now we're living in the present with Baroned up Cloud9 coming to finish the job.
They've got the 4-1 split with Neo and Chime, both chunks so low they have to completely retreat from the bottom lane. Blabber is not being stopped by anybody back in mid. Arrow flies out, not gonna hit a target. M&S just trying to constantly make him sweat, make him not recall in any sort of an efficient manner.
I think the coolest play, even though he got a bunch of kills doing the other one, was his initial sneaky wraparound move, bringing the control ward to behind the red buff that allowed Solo to teleport when he was right here. That opened up everything for Cloud9 and really just blows the game open. Blabber gonna have to flash his way out after they get mid inhibitor, while the rest of the team takes bottom inhibitor, but yeah, that was a key play.
Well, you've got Maple stunned up on the front line. If they blow up Talia, I don't think there's a whole lot of hope left for TSM. They get a shutdown back onto M&S, but I don't think it'll matter a whole lot. Solo is just gunned down, trying to defend the Nexus turrets. Neo's the only one left alive. Yeah, he's gonna get a kill on Fudge, but Blabber just jumps out of the shadows and tears him to pieces. 23-9, 26 minutes into the game. Cloud9 bounces back and takes down TSM.
Well, that was fun.
If you're Cloud9, it was.
New AP top options other than Gwen.
There it is.
So it has to be Gwen.
And it does play into Cassante a fair amount. People have done this matchup before. It's an interesting game.
Lined up between the two being used. All right. Kinby wants a chance to go after him down here. Dredgeline comes out. Spell shield. Nicely timed from Luger to make sure Fleshy's not going to get it, but he flashes back in. Flash cocoon from Kinby does not find the target. CLG thinking about what they might be able to grab afterwards. Contracts going forward. Throws the sapling into the brush. Fleshy is caught in its first blood over to counter.
So Luger is able to flash out and then just run him all the way down until Contracts get into range.
Didn't even cost the flash.
So Tactical could get here with the strut move speed advantage.
Oh, it looks like he will. I think we might get a full-on 5v5 for this Mr. Kobe. Dokla's gonna go in and start things off with an Ami wave following it up, and CLG have decided it's time to fight. Revenge wants to turn it around, but Dokla grabs the kill on Fleshy and disengages. Immortals have to head back. Luger the top side 1v1, so now he's gonna get some plate money. They're swapping up the lane assignments. You've got Dokla down there on the bottom side. You got to play over in mid as Boom gets jumped on, shuffled back. And it's Tactical grabbing the, trying to put some poke on Luger over the wall here near the blue buff.
No Azir ult. The only thing they have to watch out for is the Misfortune ult.
And there it comes. Dokla immediately going into the Hallowed Mist. He wants to apply the pressure. The Dragon's going to be secured by Tactical, but now the fight thereafter.
I don't think he had his smite, and so Tactical just burns the Dragon down with his ultimate. The Immortals still get what they came for, Flowers, even though CLG were trying to muscle them off. Palafox will get the Rift Herald turret plates and the auto.
Oh, Tactical.
Side here, Kenby's trying to poke around from Tribrush. If he can hit the cocoon,
Well, Contracts is immediately ready to fire back. All three get rooted. Fleshy's just gonna die here at the very start. Immortals decided they wanted this fight. Revenge is making his way down. He's used Ghost, he's used TP, he's ready to fight, and they're gonna bring one back. They'll trade Luger.
Bottom turret and top turret dropping simultaneously. Can Dokla win the race? It looks like he can.
Yeah.
First turret bonus as well for CLG.
Dokla is loving the current state of things here. 5,700 gold. He's topping the Immortals. They're the ones starting up the second Herald. 16 and a half
Maokai
minutes
looks
into the
good.
game. CLG not ones to back away. Luger using the spell shield to get away from Fleshy, who jumps into the front, and Dokla's ready to follow up here on the flank. Immortals off most of their men, mostly dead already, and they're gonna make sure that they drop all the way. CLG chasing after him. Palafox wants a little bit more damage, but the exhaust gets it done this time. And IMT, they're so low, but they're still alive. Cleaned up there, fortunately for them. The stop succeeds, but they will not be able to stop this turret from falling as the second Herald is summoned up by CLG here in mid lane. They'll force that down, go up to a 2-1 lead in turret count. Herald trying to get the second charge, and Palafox just snipes Tactical down, helping him sidestep things a little bit better.
Yeah, he needs to upgrade those boots for more move speed. With that plus the strut, maybe then we can get out.
Maybe then we can get out of the way of it, but he's going to have to be fast, man. And one of these days, we're going to see a Misfortune all fly towards Jace. Maybe he'll be able to find that vengeance, but for now, Contracts locking down Fleshy. The Nautilus has been killed so many times. Kenby just barely gets out of the way of the bubble using the Proto Belt to clear that.
Got these two scryers. I love actually having double scryers trinket over here. They're trying to keep vision of the Baron, make sure they don't have to walk into anything as Contracts is forced to flash defensively after his ult at the flank.
Oh, Revenge goes in. He tries to get the all-out on Luger, who uses the spell shield to block the knockback.
Oh, they got him!
Nearly dead, and Tactical guarantees it with a nice use of the bullet time. Now with Contracts also shut down, Immortals just found two huge picks with no response. Baron's on the table, and the enemy have no jungler for 30 seconds.
Oh, it looks juicy, Flowers. It looks juicy. Kenby's a little bit low on HP, and Revenge already used his ultimate, though.
They did get the Hallowed Mist out of Dokla right there, so they at least got 15 seconds before Gwen feels comfortable stepping up with impunity again. Fleshy goes out, Dredgeline to lock down the Gwen. That might be exactly what they needed. Kenby so close to the edge of death. The Shock Blast doesn't get him, but Baron's Spit does.
5-head CLG, getting Baron on their own side, getting Dragon on their side as well as they melt this one down right out of the pause.
Nicely done.
That will be Dragon.
Did it win 140 times?
Because half the time it's on the enemy team, half the time it's on your team.
You're right. Our Jace versus their Jace. This Fortune's going to be very scary if she can get the proper angle here in one of these fights. Well, Revenge goes in. Immortals looking for a setup, looking for a follow-up, but they ain't going to get it. Oh, no. Kenby lands right back into the Maokai CC, and now he's got to try to get away with the flash, but he's just cut to ribbons. Immortals lose their jump.
No flash burned early, and that Baron's almost gone, Flowers.
Immortals is ready to fight for it. Tactical still has bullet time. Keep your eyes on him. The Dragon, the Baron, excuse me, going to be claimed. They pick up the enemy support at the same time. Contracts is going to be shuffled back, but Blaze Olive can't stay alive even with stasis. CLG keep on moving forward. Bullet time forces him back. Dokla just walked into it. So that's
Blaze, though, he's coming, taking a long route around, and they go for it.
They're going in, but they're going after Contracts, the Aftershock Maokai, and this is exactly what I would expect if you go in after that guy. They immediately lose 3. There goes the 4th. Blaze Olive's just going to walk it off, and CLG pulverized them.
So when we started talking about that team fight, Ablaze was right here. They did not have Azir. Contracts does find him now, but by the time Ablaze even got there, the Azir, your big team fight DPS, the consistent DPS, is not there. He arrived for the team fight. 2 are already dead. And as you said, Maokai.
Blaze Olive's got to be careful. If Azir gets too low, if Azir can't fight, everybody else has to fall back. It's exactly what you were talking about in the previous skirmish around the Dragon. Azir wasn't there. They don't have the DPS to keep up and be able to fight back. Top lane tier 2 turret falls. Ablaze still at half HP. Revenge even lower than that. Immortals is having a hard time finding their opportunity to defend. Ablaze Olive needs to flash just to survive. But with him heading back into the fountain to heal, that means CLG just keeps moving up. They just keep moving in. And they just keep building that lead.
Teleport. Ooh, a little bit of a flank here.
Okay.
Deep teleport from Dokla.
CLG is ready to just go for the throat here, I think. Boom, Palafox, and Contracts hanging out to the left. Contracts doesn't have his ulti yet. I think that cooldown is what CLG are mostly looking for here. Boom has to flash over the wall to stay safe. Doko decides to enter into the fight, but he's a bit separated from everybody else. Reinforced. Tactical nearly dies. Walking away still for now, but the demonic embrace is burning. Revenge being focused down by 2. The damage goes through. It's Contracts burn that kills off Tactical. It is a 5-0 ace. And the end of the game for CLG.
Oh my god, Contracts W's over to his teammate to smite Tactical, and then stands on his body tanking Azir Tower shots for like 3 seconds. Thumbs up, CLG at the Nexus. That's gonna wrap it up.
CLG 21-7, 12,000 gold up, and a Drake Soul. They're gonna give Immortals another loss, and they're gonna get
across the board, so
yeah.
Now you gotta deal with the Blanc. I mean, I don't know this matchup too well, but it's definitely gonna be like a really fighting 2v2.
Yeah, and whenever I see JoJo
hanging around, but it's River who's level 6, Inspired only level 5. Big difference in power between those 2 points. JoJo just immediately gets popped as soon as he flashes the
after that one. But yeah, they get the Herald, so not the worst trade in the world.
Ooh, River going after FBI, flash for flash. They get the stun on him. They can just follow it up. Pops the ulti to reinforce their top laner.
Okay, if someone does this, are you thinking that he's got teammates around solo?
You probably should.
Because I was looking at that, I was like, there's 200 health Jax is looking pretty aggressive.
Yeah,
I think he definitely should be playing a little bit safer. Because I mean, in that case, I mean, there's no way Jax.
JoJo jumps forward with the distortion. River's immediately ready to answer with another Arctic Assault into ulti over the wall. Just like that, JoJo gets stuck. The Wild Growth to back up Gory as he goes for the kill and resets his position with a Soul Unbound. Gory stays alive, and the Golden Guardians find kill number 3.
That was so sick. And the patience from Golden Guardians. You can tell they were just waiting for that distortion forward. River jump
4 should be the name of the game. Polymorph onto the LeBlanc as she gets knocked back to the side there. Evil Geniuses have the Drake down to about 2k. River's ready to fight. 40 goes in. He steals it away. Evil Geniuses lose the objective, but what about the fight after? Who he's going to be exploded, and he'll die first, but Inspired is traded right on back. Q3 into the Fate Seal, and JoJo drops next. Vulcan and FBI are on the run, but it's Stixay and River looking to chase them down. Chilling Smite collides, but Vulcan flashes away from the...
Really good position in this game. Could bump it up to 7-game win streak. I mean, River is absolutely smurfing on this Sejuani. He does everything.
Right, you just try to get a numbers advantage to start and hope that they take you up on it.
Oh, they're ready for the dive. Vulcan's the target, but he won't die immediately. Now Evil Geniuses might have an angle to fight back, but as soon as they try, Inspired's in the middle of 4. FBI has to disengage. Inspired's killed first, and JoJo goes right after. Stixay may have been stunned, but there ain't enough damage left. They don't got the bullets, they don't got the man, they don't got any way to fight back. And Golden Guardians are about to take it even further. Someday barely walks away, but all 3 remaining players...
Yeah, this game. Even though River played really well. But yeah, mid-jungle definitely kind of gapped really hard.
Okay, we're back to live, and whereas Golden Guardians are always looked at as being towards the bottom, if they can close this one out, them and Evil Geniuses are tied.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get scrim time with Evil Geniuses and Golden Guardians, or have you scrimmed both those teams recently?
We scrimmed... Yeah, you know.
No scrim data, no scrim data.
Yeah, we're familiar. We're familiar with both for sure.
Would you expect... Would you expect something like this, where Golden Guardians...
Very difficult game state. You mentioned earlier, Solo, that it would be up to the Golden Guardians carries to misstep and put some money in Evil Genius's pockets. But so far, that hasn't been what's going on. And once again, it's Gory jumping in and forcing JoJo out. He escapes with 100 HP, and that is it. Golden Guardians taking over the map, forcing their opponents back, clearing out the vision, and continuing to build the lead versus Evil Geniuses.
And I just wanted to, I've noticed this a lot in the GGS games, especially since they've done their win streak. And it's not even like necessarily trying to say that Luker's just doing a bad job, because I think he's just like playing his role and everything, and it's what the team wants. But it is hilarious to watch them have games where he's just like 0-0-0, and his team has like 12 kills, and they're just completely destroying, and you're like, oh yeah, top lane is a thing. Like, they're just hanging out,
Top
man.
lane most is going to be crazy to deal with. Oh, Licorice though.
Oh, he's getting on the board.
Oh no!
Oh!
Oh, he's out!
Oh, he lived!
Gets away! He gets away! It was all just a bait! Stingray and River go in. Who he's coming in right behind him to back up the AD carry. Is this the Zeri moment they've been looking for? They've been waiting for. They're going in. They find the first one. Stixay's going to be shut down, and Evil Geniuses now might have the angle. Inspired and Someday still looking for it. Jojo makes his entrance. Who he's taking a half, but it's going to be a double kill back over to FBI. They finally pick him up, and it's Gory going on a killing spree. River and Who here just trying to back up the Yone now because he's the war machine that can get this done. He misses the Q, and the shutdown of the Sejuani goes back over to Someday's Jax. But now the shutdown of the Yone goes the same way.
Out of the fight, and then here's the follow-up though. Stixay wants to go really big. He's got Huhi right behind him, bumping him up with the Lulu. River trying to peel here, both of those meleeers, but Stixay jumps forward right into FBI, and Someday flash with the Jax. It's his time to shine. He finally gets to have an effect in it. He brings it right back.
Yeah, and kind of confusing. I mean, I don't know the situation, but Gory like walked all the way from the side lane when he had TP. So I don't know if he just didn't find a good ward to go on or didn't have something to drop, but he showed up so late and they were going really deep. So just kind of that misplay that we're going to be hard to beat the Dragon Soul, because especially when a comp that has such low damage as they do.
Well, River engages, but he misses his ulti, so that means Gory is just left to the slaughter. A TP shows up only just in time to have to continue the retreat. And
he has like shields. I don't know why he doesn't go for his mythic, and I don't know why he doesn't have IE.
And now you're by his team, particularly Huhi. Provide him that peel. Inspired jumps over the wall. River doesn't have the angle there on his flail to land the W2, but he does land the ulti onto Inspired, and now Golden Guardian's ready to follow up. Stixay dropping the stopwatch, trying to keep himself in a good enough spot as Someday re-engages, and Evil Geniuses are ready for the counterattack. Inspired and Stixay are isolated, but Zeri's not in the middle of the fight. Stixay grabs the first kill, but now can Someday get anything back? No, he can't. Stixay's right back into the melee, and Golden Guardians just kill everybody. It's an ace and a quadra kill to Stixay.
That's GG right there. They're gonna go straight for the Nexus.
Only a quadra kill, guys. Don't get excited.
End it, baby.
Yeah, I mean, just a really good fight. I think that Stixay played it really well. I was worried about him going for the buy instead of sticking with the T, but they were able to survive the whole Jackson 1v4. So just good game from GGS. They had that little hiccup, but I think just overall, just lanes looking really good. Mid-jungle fights, just insane.
They had a rough bit of a mid-game there when the game looked like it might have been thrown, but early...
It's going to be interesting to see how they do. I will say, at the very least, the other side isn't, like, as tanky. That is amazing. You know, they're not going against the Scion, at least. They are the ones with the Scion. It is two tanks in the top lane. Tenacity is getting more farm, but his base was delayed for a long time. So, you know, I thought Doublelift might have set up a potential threatened dive as well. Vi, you can see, is wrapping around again.
The closer's going for it. There's the ult that he was looking for. Jan blasting on down. Double with a follow-up. First blood into the ADC's pocket. Core JJ still alive, looking to see if he can finish someone off as the unstoppable onslaught comes from Summit way downtown. It's the trade of the entirety.
400 Thieves to look. And I just like how Scion was actually cheating down. You know, he walks down river, he walks to here, he just waits there, and then if something fight breaks out, he can come up, but instead he's just gonna walk back up.
Team Liquid really operating on that. What we can threaten you with being powerful, but a threat coming down from the bot lane. Closer going on to Core JJ before ulting on the opposite. Jan goes down. Core JJ attempts
on their one-in power strike for both their bot laners, so they're happy to fight this, and it's gonna be a scrap here.
Teleport coming in from both sides. Pyosha going into the back line. They get multiple locks up, so they take Closer down. 100 Thieves dodging out. Tenacity keeping himself on the river side. Getting some damage over that distance so that we can collapse upon the objective, meaning the second Rift Herald in the game for Team Liquid, the first having been dropped down mid, and then now in response, 100 Thieves.
This year where I think you have to kind of get towards those 2-3 items to really start being powerful. Victor's pretty much good to go as soon as you get your first upgrades through for the upgraded laser and complete your mythic. Here, you know, both Bjergsen and Tenacity have it available. You can see Summit, Harry do not have their TPs, so they can be able to back it up. He knows that this is no longer his side of the map. And you can tell everyone is coming up there. Some of the vision got cleared from the river, so he's not going to be able to hold there. But on the entrance, 100 Thieves are trying to fight around these corridors. It is smited the way they're going.
They want to go for it. Closer getting the ult into the back line, and the rest of the team to follow. Sion coming in for the knockup onto multiple, and with Pioshik out of it even more, Harry takes the brunt of the damage. A tidal wave thrown in response, but no lives lost just yet. Bjergsen, subject of the Lulu ultimate, getting a couple pokes onto this dragon now with a vision at their disposal, but Team Liquid are still on the outskirts. They can't quite take it just yet.
Yeah, Double is trying to go down towards bot to actually heal off the wave. Closer is low here as well, and Pioshik is still in the area. They spot him with that blue trinket. He's going to go in. TL want to try to secure this, but 100 Thieves aren't willing to give it up just yet.
You can see Summit trying to make that face at them in front of the rest of the team. Harry revolving around the entirety of the pit to look for the opening, standing on top of this blast cone, but 100 Thieves are still in full vicinity. Looking onto Harry. Double Lift on top of him. Almost goes down. Finally eliminated. Pioshik into stasis in the middle of the fight. A polymorph onto Summit is not enough to keep him down. Team Liquid continues into pursuit. Tenacity finding his buddy and Busio under the tower, but it's not enough. They don't have closer. They don't have double lift, and Team Liquid zone them out and make their way back over towards Riverside.
Yeah, Double Lift went way too far there. I'm not sure if he was trying to do a different angle where he just kind of gets close to them, but he straight up landed on Harry. And Silas says, thank you very much. I will take that free kill. And then Double Lift just goes straight in. Bjergsen gonna go down again, but I mean, Double Lift went straight in, but I don't think Pioshik could follow over the wall. You know, Pioshik was against that back wall in the Dragon Pit.
Make a play over the wall, but the ward is here, and there is knowledge that 100 Thieves can play with. They want to get some poke down to get Harry to get the heck out of there, so they polymorph him, and instead set their sights on the Summit. They know they can't burn him down, but try to get the attention of Harry now, who sets his 100 Thieves to who they wanted to get to, and in the end right now, it's them trying to find access to somebody, which right now happens to be Pioshik. They get the kill. Teleport called upon by Summit, but they cannot get a trade.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh. Teleport over towards the top side from Harry, so he gets
Their third item.
Yeah, and we keep looking at Harry and Summit and the way that they're able to draw so much from 100 Thieves, now collapsing upon Tenacity, who has to get out of there. Locked on by, goes for it. Tenacity blasted on down. Busio low as well. Harry wants to dash on forward, and Double Lift is over in the jungle side to just keep himself separated from the majority of the damage, but you know that Pioshik is nearby, and 100 Thieves consistently just push back from this tier 2, which is the ultimate objective for Team Liquid while they're pushing down this lane.
I mean, they just cannot towards their winning ways, looking to close out a 2-0 weekend.
And off of the good play they've had thus far with that kind of bait out Team Liquid here, but you do have to be wary about how you rotate towards this jungle.
Oh, they're going.
Power's going for Pioshik. It's Closer with a target on the back, and Harry wanting to get as much as he can, but Harry has to go golden in the center of this all, pulling to get some damage onto Closer, but the ultimate onto Tenacity helps him out as well. Summit can't quite do enough to keep them off of Pioshik and the rest, but the mobility does it for them. Clone enough to stifle them away. A turret still here for Team Liquid to retreat through, so no deaths had.
Yeah, no deaths yet, but Double is still going. He wants to chase through.
Oh, nothing else to tank up the damage. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put my body in between myself and 100 Thieves, because, you know, that's what these team fights need from the big old tanks angle. It's the most fun part, right? But seriously, though, Team Liquid going for the same style play around this second Baron compared to the first. They don't have to have the direct kill onto the members of 100 Thieves unless you do want to try and turn it. Closer, the subject of all of the action, attempted Aqua Prison, but Closer so close to death after that wild growth even.
Pioshik
and Pioshik, though, getting to the rest of his team, had to flash to get out of there. Summit also now executing his own flash to get to the rest, but now with him in the pocket of the grave, with his passive activated, Team Liquid have nothing else to hide behind but the disengage from both sides.
Yes, and truly online now there. Bjergsen bakes and TP'd back in the midst of that with
Create that space so they can finish off this objective and deny the soul for Team Liquid.
Exactly, and that's an objective bounty as well.
On this ward, wants to hop on over, but is seen by the rest of the team. Team Liquid still committing to the Baron burn down thus far. Pioshik takes a little bit of a slap of damage directly into the pit, and Harry's trying to go for it. Summit collapsing upon them as well. Tenacity really empowered hard by the utility of the team. Gets to the backline, but Core taking a nice slice from that double lift damage. We're seeing the same thing where the carries, all the squishies are so low, and they can't stand strong enough behind their tank to dish that damage back to 100 Thieves. So they tried to go for the wave to do some work. Summit now dead and into panic mode. Double lift going for the members. Steps back from the Aqua Prison. Flashes forward for Yun. Stasis, he goes after getting the kill onto Core JJ. And Pioshik soon to fall, coming back from the GA. But Harry, will he give his life with the rest of the team? 100 Thieves says, I think so. We are a go on the enemy.
Those carries. So Harry and Jan, these guys can't really commit, and this time Harry goes in very early, and he was chunked down so low so quickly. He didn't really get much done in that fight before it was just a full-on retreat, and then Doublelift kind of finds his moment. And this time, yes, he does give his life for it, but it is not in vain. It is for multiple kills afterwards. You know, Harry trying to threaten on this flank. This is the empowered blast cone here. They are just moving up towards top lane. There's not really any minions right now for TL mid lane, so they can't actually threaten a trade. That's the problem. Like, if they had a minion wave right there, they could have actually threatened that and forced response from 100 Thieves, but because they do not, it's just 100 Thieves pushing up here, and again, segmented out as Summit.
They don't have their whole team here to contest, so Summit already
Pioshik, though, look at
executing
Pioshik.
Flash. Pioshik made the long play, knock up onto 2, and Bjergsen and Busio, the rest of the team focusing on to the opposite side. Doublelift getting a lot of damage down, though, with his laser. Pulling coming out in response, but Summit making sure to keep them corralled into the jungle corner. Harry just on the duty of trying to clear out some of these minions, though, because that was the biggest threat for 100 Thieves, as they did find solace under the cover.
Yeah,
Pretty much every time we've seen the culling coming out, it's in the earlier half of the fights where it doesn't really quite finish anyone off. So who are you relying upon to get those executing blows against 100 Thieves, who even right now you can see they're always positioning themselves to have either Doublelift or Bjergsen in the position to do so. Team Liquid looking for it all. By ultimate and the response, stunned up and into stasis. Harry trying to survive all he can here before he goes down. Shut down with a double kill for Bjergsen. Flashes galore as the follow-up is good. Core JJ separated from the rest of the team. Don't even need tenacity there to do the work that Closer and Doublelift can put in. You get the flash from the Nami and you put her into a useless situation on this map. Team Liquid losing multiple in this fight. Closer says, please, I'm a pescatarian and I really want this fish, and I got it. So Closer nice and full in the belly right now as the rest of the team putting in that work in the mid lane. Look, they say, Summit, you used to stand so strong against us. Look what happens to your HP now. Look what we can do to Jan when you don't have this big tank in front of him. We can leave the tank for the last person alive because we're 100 Thieves, and we've been turning this around, taking the inhibitor and pushing upon this base.
Yeah, they're gonna close this one out. Summit looking for one more fight. Not gonna be enough.
Find it into dead zombie zone. Hey, it's homage to what, you know, the Chemtech drink used to be. He's just really putting himself in that position. We do have Harry and Pioshik here being the last ones to stand against 100 Thieves. Pioshik going in for a swing, a cyclone around. GA pops. Harry going in with a chain lash. But tenacity, look! Barely any HP, but it doesn't matter. 100 Thieves still coming out on top and pushing Pioshik away.
I think 100 Thieves might not be able to end anymore, though. They've fought so much. We'll see. I mean, Jan is spawning. They definitely can go for it. Bjergsen is going to kill this tower in a couple autos.
Jan and Core JJ, it's all on you. Closer is low enough, but there's no ultimate for Jan. There's just a Nexus scanning for 100 Thieves.
Lasers have his help.
Looking to snap this back. Their 5-game loss streak here with a victory.
That Olaf top coming out here for Armut, getting a little bit aggressive here. Bit of a spicy pick, something that actually can really scrap with the Renekton. It is a pick that you definitely want to play for minions. If the observers can click on Renekton, so we see his XP now. Now if you can click on Armut, you'll see how ahead he is in experience. So it's going to be at least 2 of the melees that he actually missed XP off of. Santorin, though, oh no.
Ooh, flashed over the wall to get away from Spica, and Armut is here, but Impact is on the tail as well. Low on down, Impact flashing forward for the first blood. Gets some damage back from Armut, and Jensen's on the way, but again, it's both mid laners coming through the fray. Impact another kill, double. Jensen looking to finish it off and able to escape the 2-for-1 over on this top side. Oh my, and the flash to connect. The lockout with the bandage and more.
He has to flash in to get it, but oh god, he's dead again, and he's got no TP.
We're back to the butcher's block, and Olaf is... My, how the tables have turned for the intentions of Dignitas in the top lane. FlyQuest really wrangling him out, and Spica with that fast rotation and punishing Santorin in his own jungle side. But here on the bot side, a lot of poke back and forth. Prince throwing down the hail of arrows to try and zone off Tomo, who goes down. Prince very low himself, flashes away. One little auto, tries to connect with the Q, but there you have it, the finish.
You're looking for a shockwave from Jensen. You're hoping that Jensen can have a great game. He picked up 1 kill on the top side. You know, maybe he can farm to a point where you can find that explosive engage and get back in it.
See if they can get this kill onto Spica. That's one way to start kicking things off, and they do exactly that. Prince and Ayla cannot stand up against the rest, and Santorin with a gap closer manages to set it up for Toma to get the kill onto Prince. Vikla is here and has his eyes set on Toma, who's zoned out of the fight and under the Twilight Shroud. Jensen is in pursuit, throws down the ball and sees if Ignar can follow up here, but no.
Lose out in that 2v2, but still, you know, staying even here to Prince, and Prince now in a bad spot, no flash.
Santorin the first one to go on it, and the stun up is good. Santorin with a kill.
Back it up though, because Spica already has the Demonic Embrace done, and he has his ulti available. Now he's gonna look for a fight here.
Taking some damage here in the jungle. Tipper's thrown on down. Santorin goes down as well at the hands of Vikla. Spica gets out safely, and FlyQuest picking up that singular kill means that they get Prio over towards his dragon side. Spica fairly low though and has to worry about it.
Yeah, he is quite low. We'll see if they want to start it up. It doesn't look like it just yet. Prince feeling pretty safe to just walk here by himself. You know, Tomo does have the ulti, but Ignar does not have his available and has no flash. So I think Prince is feeling like he is pretty safe. There's not really much of a chance of him actually being in too much trouble. You can see him just trading aggressively. He is going towards shield bow. So as expected, you know, when they locked in Lulu, I assumed it was going to be on
They
hit.
can go on the map and really flex their decision making.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Vikla going for it onto Jensen. Those Spica's nearby. Doesn't quite connect though. Jensen still goes down.
Yeah, good little sidestep on the banish toss, but it just didn't matter. Spica now looking for something more. Dig is going to 2v3.
Ignar for the stun up, and Vikla fairly low, but Ignar goes into the grave once more. Wild growth onto Vikla, who has to flash away. Santorin in sight. Prince coming in through to rain out some Qs. Manages to get the chains of corruption, but a flash away from Tomo. He's trying to find the target to focus his damage on, but instead he's the focus of the damage. Vikla coming way over the wall.
Right, so you're losing out in 3 places because of this kind of commitment to top. They don't really have any other options. They've got to do this, but it does make it very difficult.
So many places they look like they're in trouble, and Arma with the Ragnarok. Oh no! Arma just falling, using everything he's got. He had a flash, he had the ult, and it is that Dignitas effort saying we gotta keep trying. I don't know, I learned that in some kind of weird competitive eating thing, but don't mind me. I do like what you're saying though, Dignitas, even though it looks sad when it doesn't quite connect, they're trying to go for something like right here, but getting polymorphed on the entry. And now Spica, look at the play that's going his way. Vikla here for the follow-up as well. Dignitas, they lose Tomo and they lose pressure here around mid.
Yeah, Spica uses the Q, taxis in, then flashes forward, hits the ulti on 2. And now Vikla hunting, looking to see if he can catch any stragglers there. Jensen far enough back, knows that there could be that potential flank. Notice that we had the ball on the bottom side.
To the next.
Yep, Arma stays safe, you know, with that W. Impact has to be a little bit respectful here. You're gonna... Okay.
All right. So they got follow-up, but FlyQuest with a lot at their disposal to take out that grand threat in the back line of Dignitas, and even off of that pressure on the side.
Where's Impact gonna come from? He's already flanking you, so if they commit to this, Impact is behind you with Flash. Barrett's already dead. They insta-killed it.
It's done. Vikla says, oh, I want to get into the party with Dignitas. I feel like you can see in that moment the rest of the team saying, no, it's okay. Let's back off. We have the Baron buff in tow, and FlyQuest continuing to extend their...
Checking all the boxes. They're making sure that they're not playing it, you know, too fast and loose. They are playing the map really well still, but definitely I think having a bit of fun from this kind of a gold advantage. You know, if you stack up too heavily on one tower and Spica finds an angle, they can just dive you and kill you and start taking inhibitors right now. Wonder where they could be. No one's top. Wonder where they could be. It's got to be here.
Everybody's here. It's a party down bot, and FlyQuest, they don't want to break open that door unless they have to. Dignitas looking to make the move for themselves. Santorin going in. Wild growth.
Double TP.
Goes back with the Varus ultimate, but the teleports are coming in, and as soon as Impact lands, takes a lot of damage, but slices and dices out. Vikla at the forefront.
Whoa!
The stun, and more. FlyQuest with a good setup, but they lose 2 of them. Dignitas chunked on down, but not brought to 0. The tower, though, in the favor of FlyQuest.
Oh my God.
Place to access to try and get an advantage. You're thinking, okay, maybe set up for fights later on, but look, FlyQuest are ensuring they don't have the opportunity to do that. Dignitas here downside the middle, but Impact always over on the side, so he can collapse upon them if necessary.
Oh,
And
Nicholas behind him.
yeah, FlyQuest ensuring that they can take all of this on. Look! Annie! Oh no! Went bye-bye pretty immediately. Ragnarok popped here for Armut. Wants to get back to the rest of the team and can. Impact also using his own ultimate. But FlyQuest, they feel good about this. Vikla just now getting into it and keeping himself at the ready to take Armut out. Vikla, the subject of the wild growth.
Be a little bit careful, but they're going to move over. They're going to try to secure this soul. Santorin may as well try to flip it. If you can get there, just try to get into the pit, see if you can steal it away, but not even going to have a chance. Vikla's zoning, and Impact's still shoving up mid. They're calling things continuously that create these small advantages over time that are building up into really, really big ones.
And it is fun seeing Vikla here on the Akali because one of the points that's brought up, as you can see right here, looking for the angles, finds one onto Ignar. Tippers comes on down, but it's not enough. Tomo flashing out, manages to live.
Yeah, Tomo flashes out, so does Vikla. Vikla almost will be. That's when you know you're having some fun. He didn't even have the Dark Seal stacks. He's just like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna die anymore.
Why not? Why not? Vika for sure enjoying his build path, and kind of on that point there is Prince and Alar pushing in. Oh, trading some sums though. And Thorin on the way. Armut's trying to look for it. Prince, the subject of it all. Teleport coming in for Fly. Prince has to flash away. They keep their eyes towards that back line, but Jensen gets into safe territory. FlyQuest, they want to take the objective all the while. They're wearing purple. They take the inhibitor. They bring that power elsewhere. Vikla way into the back to try to get this kill onto Armut. Goes into stasis as the follow-up. Armut now killed. FlyQuest feeling good about the pressure they brought forth. Impact fairly low though, and does have to be wary. Doesn't have any summoners or ultimate available to him, but Ignar also effectively brought out of the fight and one away from stun. Look how far Vikla goes! Oh, where are you? I'm gonna try and find you, but never mind. I'm just gonna be the one to die because my team's got the rest of this holding on strong. Impact after bringing up the hands up where we can try and throw something at him and get a pick, but FlyQuest with their positioning always looking to collapse upon, and here you get the first point of Impact with Impact as well as Armut. Armut having to throw so much of his HP and ultimate and Ghost just to get out. Vikla going for the kill again, knocked up on the entry, so now on the retreat.
Very, very difficult. But Elder can sometimes be that great equalizer. Impact is unanswered on the inhib, so Dignitas needs to do something now. They're the ones that are really forced to try to start this up. It looks like Armut's going to go back to answer. They're actually having a TP because potentially he's going to end the game. He's just killing the Nexus turrets.
Yeah, he's on it. Vikla is there as well. It's Armut here against the onslaught, and in turn, Impact going down, but the whole fight going over towards the Dragon side, but Impact and the team, they are on the Nexus. Vikla and Impact looking to get this dub for FlyQuest against Dignitas, who can't do nothing about it.
They want the kills.
They want all the fun. They said, wait, Spica didn't get to build his book yet, but they don't care. FlyQuest with the win.